What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Money Mondays with Midas, man. And today, make sure you grab a pen and pad, man, because today we're going to talk about what's the difference between an index fund and a mutual fund. What is a dividend? How does it work? And then I'm going to give you guys just a few key metrics that you need to pay attention to and understand some verbiage on a lot of these platforms that you're going to come across. I'm going to break those down to you guys. Okay. So we gonna jump into it right after the intro, man. I got y'all. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so out the gate, what is the difference between an index fund and a mutual fund? Okay, so an index fund is basically, I got my notes, all right? So make sure you got your pen and pad and follow along, write this stuff down, okay? All right, so your index fund, that is a specific list of securities, okay? Basically, a specific list of stocks, top performing stocks, okay? A mutual fund is managed by a manager, okay? Mutual fund is a basically a list of changing securities because you have a manager that's choosing which stocks to invest in for you. Okay, so that's the difference. That can be more expensive, probably is more expensive. However, because you do have somebody that's actively working and looking over your portfolio and everything, it could reap a higher reward. So you want to keep that in mind. Over time, it can definitely outperform the S&P 500. But I recommend that for somebody that is, a little more, uh, I would say, well off with money. If you have the money, I you can't fail going that route for sure. Um, As always, make sure this is not financial advice, anything like that. Make sure that you go seek a financial advisor or fiduciary or somebody that can help you and guide you in the right direction. I'm simply just giving you guys publicly available information that you can research yourself. And then I show you guys what I do. Okay. Now, if you follow what I do, that's perfectly fine. Just understand that I put in money that I'm okay losing. Okay. Make sure that you're putting in money that you're okay losing. We're not playing with rent money. We're not playing with car note money. We're not playing with cell phone money. We're not playing with any of that money. This is just money that you got extra. And instead of blowing it on, something frivolous, you decide to want to put it in the market and try to make it do something for you. That's what we're doing. That's the money we're playing with. Okay. All right. So that's the difference between index and mutual fund. Index is just a specific list of top performing uh, securities, companies. Mutual fund is specific is a list of changing securities that your investment manager or managers is going to choose for you. Okay. Bam. What is a dividend? So a dividend payment is the distribution of a company's profits to its shareholders, aka stock owners. Okay. That's why we putting in $1 here, dollar there, $10 here, $10 there. So we can try to get in on those shared profits. All right. How does it work? So how exactly do dividends work? Okay. So got a little example. Okay. Let's say that you bought 100 shares, $10. Okay. That's $1,000. You put a stack in. Okay. Let's say that the company pays 50 cents annually, you know what I'm saying, on the dividend. That on that $1,000, that's going to give you $50. That's going to give you $50. That'll probably put you at about a 5% somewhere around there annually. Okay. All right. So there's different ways, and this is real important too, because how this works or how dividends work is based on how you set it up to work. It's all about the strategy that you put in place to make the money work for you. Okay. The first way, which is kind of common, I recommend it, but it's up to you. You can do what you like, is what's called the drip method or the reinvestment method. When your dividends come in, they will automatically be reinvested to buy more stock for you. Okay. The next method is going to be you can use it to purchase another stock. So let's say that you don't have reinvestment turned on, it just goes into your account on whichever platform that you're using, and then you can use it to then purchase another stock. Okay. You can stack the money. You can simply just save it all. Don't do nothing with it. Just save it all. And just let your dividends just stack and stack and stack and stack. Okay. That's pointless, personally, but you do what you like. All right. The last one is you can cash it out and spend it how you like. So I know a lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot, but you know, those that been in it for a while, got a real fair, decent amount of change in to the point where it's now allowing them to receive a hefty dividend return. Uh, you know, they use it to pay property tax, mortgages, go grocery shopping. They use it to, you know, purchase, you know, vehicles and, insert whatever here, but you can literally cash it out and use it for whatever you like. You want to cash it out, buy an Xbox, you can, so again, it's totally up to you. However you set your strategy up, however you plan on using the money, it's all on you. Okay. But those are a few methods that you can use with your dividends. All right. So I want to talk about a few key metrics that you're going to see pop up quite a bit. Now, a lot of individuals out there, if you're already doing investment and things of that nature, I'm not that channel for you because you already know this stuff. Okay. My channel is for individuals that are starting to get their feet wet. They want to get their feet wet, trying to figure out how to utilize these platforms. You're going to see some verbiage or some abbreviations within stocks that you're researching. You're going to start seeing YL, or you're going to start seeing PE, stuff like that. Okay. Or DY, stuff like that. Okay. DY, that's going to be your dividend yield. Okay. A dividend yield is the annualized dividend represented as a percentage of the stock price. That's an annualized dividend represented as a percentage of the stock price. Okay. An example: if a company pays $1 in annualized dividends and the stock costs $20 per share, then your dividend yield would be 5%. Okay. Let me read that again. If a company pays $1 in annualized dividends and the stock is $20, okay, the dividend yield would be 5%. Okay. You definitely want to use this because this is useful information so that you can evaluate the company's historical metrics, historical levels. Okay. Uh, a high dividend yield. Yeah, it's pretty good. You would like a high dividend yield. Uh, but that doesn't always mean that you're gonna get a great payout or anything like that, because you could have a really high dividend yield, but the payout is real low. So that's why you want to do the math and kind of calculate. But anyway, all right, dividend payout ratio. Dividend payout ratio is the dividend as a percentage of a company's earnings. Okay, if a company earns $1 per share, okay, in net income and then pays out 50 cents per share, then the ratio is 50%. Easy math. A dollar in, they pay out 50 cents, ratio is 50%. Okay. Now, you actually want this number, you do want this number to be lower. You definitely want the payout ratio to be low, because that shows that dividend has long-term sustainability and probably going to pay out for a while. Okay. So look for lower numbers on payout ratios. All right. And the last one that I want to get into, and I chose these three because these are probably the ones that you should probably know the most. And these are the ones that you're probably going to see the most. But anyway, um, PE ratio, okay? Price to earnings ratio. Price to earnings ratio, that's what that means. Okay, is calculated by dividing a company's share price by its earnings share. Okay, the PE ratio is a metric that can also be used along with the dividend yield. Okay, another reason why I chose that. You're going to use these two pretty much to determine, you're looking at the historical value of the company. Typically, you look at 5 years, okay? You're going to look at the 5 year levels or metrics of the company, loss, gain, stuff like that, okay? And you're also going to use your PE ratio alongside with the dividend yield. This is what's going to give you a real determined value, a fair value of that company. Is that company fairly being valued? So that's what's really going to help you. All right. So we got those three: dividend yield, dividend payout, and PE ratio. All right. Y'all should be straight on that. All right. So now what I want to throw in there is, why are index funds so popular? And a lot of you may already know, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna run it down for those that don't, what I'm saying, for those in the back, I got you. Okay. One of the biggest main reasons why it's so popular is because it is the quickest and easiest way to create a diversified portfolio basically in one shot. Okay. You could put in an S&P and boom, you spread across 500 of the top performing companies just like that. Okay. You really don't run the risk of losing your money going into an S&P, okay? And there's multiple S&Ps. You know, the S&P or other S&Ps, they don't necessarily try to perform the OG. What they try to do is to try to mimic as close as possible to the OG so that your dividend money is always there, okay? It's a safe bet, all right? Your money will track the market's performance. I pretty much already just said that. So it'll try to run alongside the S&P to try to get, some really good dividends for you. Okay. You keep more of your investment profits in your pocket. And what that means is it's low cost to get into an S&P. Okay. I already spoke about how the S&P has, a stringent, criteria to even get in. So This is why I like, saying dealing with these indexes, because it's pretty much almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. And the emphasis on the almost, You're definitely gonna get your dividends, but things happen. We're not gonna act like this is gonna it's a gold mine. Eventually the mine will run out of gold. So, but we'll see how this goes, okay? Anyway, top performers within the S&P: Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Johnson and Johnson. Okay, top performers. You can also invest in these companies individually if you like to. So it's completely totally up to you. All right, and lastly, which we already discussed back talking about reinvestments. You could put it on autopilot where you could just invest your dividends right back into it. Okay. And it just keeps, compound interest. Okay. So, all right, that's on that. All right. So we spoke about the difference between the mutual funds and the index funds. Okay. Again, index, specific list of securities. Okay. Top performing companies. Mutual fund, almost similar, but it's the securities change, and it's ran by a manager or managers. Okay. Could be a whole entire mutual fund company, you know. Again, more expensive, but more lucrative over time. It just depends on the game that you want to play. You get to pick and choose. It's just like the Xbox. You want to play with a green controller or a red controller. Which one you want to play with? You want to play with the original black one? That's cool too. You want wired or wireless? You pick and choose how you want to run the game. All right. We spoke about what is a dividend, and then how dividends work. And then I also gave you guys three of the key metrics that I think were the most prominent as to what you're going to come across the most. I think those are the ones that you should understand the most. Starting out, you should understand those the most. Okay. And then we spoke about why the indexes are popular. Okay. So, I hope you guys took notes. I mean, you can rewind the video. The video itself is a note. But you know what time it is. Let's get into it. Let's move these dollars. Bam. You homie down, man. I'm down 31 bucks. And as I was looking through this, I'm like, man, there's a lot of green on here, and I'm still down. Anyway, you already know what we finna do, y'all. The normal stuff first, man. Okay. And remember, you can switch. It even tells you. We can switch from dollars to shares. We're doing dollars. $2. Let's go. I'm telling you guys, my wife makes the best coffee. She makes her own sweet foam. Like, the espresso is on point. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm finna actually look into seeing what it's gonna take to run my own barista. And this recipe is gonna be in there. And hopefully it's a hit. All right, so next, man, we got the VOO. All right. Buy two of them things. This is what we're doing. We're only using Robinhood today. Okay. We normally do both Stockpile and Robinhood. I'm actually thinking about running Robinhood and Webull. I think I might sell everything out of stockpile and throw everything in Robinhood and Webull? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. So, but I don't know. The thought is there. So you guys can stick around, see if I'll do that or not. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but we'll see. All right, next. The VNQ. We're gonna go into our normal stuff. The VNQ is our REIT. Okay. This is our real estate index. This is our real estate fund. And I'm actually going to buy into the other ones too. Oh, so just so you guys know, like I said, there's multiple S&Ps. Okay. We already do two of them. So we already got our S&P 500. We already got our VOO. Okay, which basically runs alongside of the S&P. Okay. You also have Schwab, which will probably start, putting some dollars in Schwab as well. And then you also have the Fidelity Index Fund as well. Okay. So you have S&P, you have VOO, Vanguard, then you have Schwab, and then you have Fidelity. Okay. Boom. Look, let's go back to our Adobe. Let's throw our dollar in there. You dig? You dig? Let's go over to our Microsoft. Let's get rid of that change. Let's get rid of the change. All right, 232 over there. Bet. Okay. Let's throw a dollar. Let's throw a dollar in Disney. And so here's the benefit to, so you guys know the benefit to investing individually versus the index or any fund rather. Okay. When you invest in on an index, you don't get the added bonus of the stock increasing. You still just get the percentage out as to what that index pays out regardless. Okay. When you invest individually, you get the benefit of the stock rising, plus you get whatever the percentage is on that stock as well for your dividend payout. Okay, so you basically get to double dip. All right, so that's the benefit to that. Matterport again, this is the company that allows you to do like a virtual walkthrough. Let's say that you go to like Zillow or Redfin or something like that, or Trulia, something like that, and you actually are virtually walking through the house. That's Matterport. Okay, now let's hit our REM, our REM. This is our other REIT. All right. And Let's go to our Berkshire Hathaway. All right. You see what I'm saying, y'all? This is what I want to show y'all. You see where you got the PE ratio, and then you have your dividend yield. Okay. It's not showing anything. So normally if you don't see anything here, it means that they don't pay out a dividend. So you strictly get paid off the increase of the stock. Okay. That's where that whole term was coined, buy low, sell high. So I think what I want to do. We got iHeart. Our iHeart is up. Woohoo! I'm up a whole 6 cents. Let's go. Put $1 in there. All right. So I think what I want to do is I want to add Tesla to my Robinhood. All right. And that's it. Actually, I want to add NVIDIA to my Robinhood as well. Like I said, I'm thinking about migrating over, man, from stockpile, so. And that's it, man. We just moved a couple dollars. That's it. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. All of this is gonna be updated tomorrow. All this is gonna be updated tomorrow, and I will holler at you guys on the next one. I am Midas, and thank you for tuning in to Money Mondays, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure that y'all still catching us on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Those videos are still getting pumped. Make sure you checking out all the reels. Them reels is coming at y'all. The shorts is coming at y'all. We got y'all. So we got a lot of content going on. All right, so make sure y'all tapping in. And again, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.